I would like to know, as God, as we know, knew it does not exist, how is it exorcism heal certain people as priests pray to God while doing them? How does it work? Thank you. No, listen, we don't say God does not exist. What it is the term God has been misused and misplaced and distorted in so many ways, because there are different types of gods. And what are you referring to when you say God? Because people have been given the wrong information when they're taught by way of religions or monotheistic religions. Like, they give you a picture of, not a literal picture, but like they paint this thing about this being called God that is in heaven, sits on a throne, he knows everything, he's everywhere at the same time, and he can do anything, can click his fingers and make things happen, and he just says things and they are, and there's a lot of wrong information. So it's, when you say God, who, which type of God are we talking about? Because in the Hebrew, in the Greek, in the Latin, in any of the languages that's being translated into English, it's giving you names of these beings. They're actually different extraterrestrials. So if you just start thinking of gods and angels as extraterrestrials, different types, different species, different families that are doing things, they're just more advanced in certain aspects than we are, right? So when you say we know it doesn't exist, gods do exist, but there are different types of gods. There's evil gods, or what you call disagreeable beings, and there's good one. You got Elohim, you got Yahweh, you got Adonai, you got El Shaddai. There's just different terms and names that are being translated as God, you see? And you're just reading and thinking, oh, this God is the Heavenly Father, he knows everything. Do you know what I mean? Anunnaki beings, you have the beings from the different, like, galaxies, constellations. This is who you're calling God. So some of them will heal you and give you the ability to heal, because they can utilize your physical body. So when you're saying these priests are praying and all of that, yeah, some of them are given, it tells you in the books, the Bible, in Matthew, that, you know, people perform wonders and miracles and stuff like that because they're being assisted by these extraterrestrials. Some of us are naturally healers, because you mentioned healing, right? So people like who have warm hands, or they're hot, right? They're generally very hot healers, yeah. Because why? Because when you feel heat, you're dealing with electricity and frequency. So you can use sound, and you can use heat to heal, and it's about channeling that energy. So it's no coincidence that some of them will use it in a way to convince the congregation or people to feed these same extraterrestrial gods. When you say how does it work, that's how it works. They give you the power to convince other people, but ultimately they have a motive, they have an agenda. They want to take your soul, and they want something in return. They're not just doing these things for the sake of it. The disagreeable side, the agreeable side, such as us, we have powers and abilities. When I say us of the ones that are using it in a positive, positive, agreeable way to heal, to help, to, you know what I mean, use the green light to heal. We explained about the green light of Melchizedek, or the angel people know in the Bible as Michael, we know as Partner Babyanun. He's the being over that realm, over that green light, you see. So yeah, it all depends on who's doing it, why, and for what reason. All right. Exorcism, that just means to exercise, to deal with that disagreeable spiritual aspect of you. Like you go to the gym for the exercise, for the physical you, yeah, to get healthy, to be, you know what I mean, more fit, etc. You do that. on the spiritual side to get rid of demonic spirits, to get rid of beings that are attached to you, that are causing you to be able to not stop certain vices or give up certain disagreeable things. All right. Hope that's clear.